Sarah Palin is a name that once dominated headlines, but these days you might not even recognize her. The former governor of Alaska and one-time vice presidential candidate was everywhere in the late 2000s, known for her bold personality, striking looks, and outspoken views. But as time passed, her presence in politics and the media began to fade. Now her transformation, both in appearance and in lifestyle, has left many people curious about what happened to her. If you think you know what Sarah Palin is up to today, you might be surprised. Back in 2008, Sarah Palin burst onto the national stage as Senator John McCain's running mate in the presidential race. Her sudden rise from Alaska politics to being a household name was nothing short of a whirlwind. She was a breath of fresh air to some and a lightning rod for controversy to others. With her confident speeches, signature glasses, and folksy charm, she instantly became one of the most talked-about figures in American politics. But while some admired her for shaking things up, others criticized her for being unprepared for the national spotlight. Despite the mixed opinions, there's no denying she was one of the most memorable figures of that election season. After the election loss, Palin didn't fade quietly into the background. Instead, she became a media personality. She wrote books, appeared on television, and even had her own reality show, Sarah Palin's Alaska. The show gave viewers a glimpse into her family life and the rugged lifestyle of living in America's last frontier. Her ability to connect with everyday Americans remained a key part of her appeal, but her time in the limelight also attracted scrutiny. Whether you loved her or couldn't stand her, people couldn't stop talking about Sarah Palin. But as the years went by, her influence seemed to wane. She stepped away from politics, choosing to focus more on her personal life and other ventures. She stayed active on social media, where she often shared her thoughts on political issues and her life in Alaska. But she was no longer the major political force she had once been. For a while, she appeared only occasionally in the news, and it seemed like the era of Sarah Palin might finally be over. That's why her recent transformation has caught so many people off guard. If you've seen Sarah Palin lately, you'll notice she looks different from the way you might remember her. Her appearance has changed over the years, and while some of that is simply due to aging, something we all go through, her new style has sparked plenty of conversations. She still has her signature confidence, but her more laid-back and modern look is a far cry from the polished political figure we saw on TV years ago. People who see her now often comment on how unrecognizable she seems. But beyond her looks, her lifestyle has shifted too. These days, Palin is spending more time focusing on her family, especially her grandchildren. She's spoken about how much she values being a grandmother and how it's brought new meaning to her life. Her social media posts often reflect this, showing a softer, more personal side of her that wasn't always visible during her political career. And while she's no longer in the center of political battles, she still occasionally speaks out about issues she's passionate about, staying true to her roots as someone who isn't afraid to share her opinions. One thing that stands out about Sarah Palin now is her ability to adapt. She went from being a small-town mayor to a national political figure, then transitioned into a media personality, and now lives a quieter life centered on family and personal values. It's a reminder that even the most public figures can change and grow in ways we might not expect. Love her or hate her, you have to admit that her life has been anything but ordinary. What's next for Sarah Palin? Only time will tell. While she's no longer making headlines the way she used to, she remains an intriguing figure. Her story is one of reinvention, showing that sometimes stepping out of the spotlight can lead to a whole new chapter. If you ever wondered what happened to Sarah Palin, now you know. She's still here, just in a different way. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you'd like to hear more fascinating stories about people who've made headlines, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.